Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday night, 9 o'clock. Must be Fish with Bish time. Anyone that's out there, thanks very much for coming in. Monty can't make it as usual. He's doing a bit of training. Dojo in the house. How you doing, my friend? Lovely to see ya. Lovely to see ya. I've had a great week. What you been up to this week, my friend? Anything out the ordinary? Mike's here. Hello, Mike. How you doing as well, buddy? Lovely to see you. Andrew W. Oh, Andrew's new into the stream, I think. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for, Andrew. I've got to be honest with you. Thanks very much for coming in, though. Everybody, please hit the like button for me, and we'll get down to it in a minute. We'll have a chinwag, find out what's been going on with everybody this week. Don't panic. Never fear. Bish is here. So welcome to the Friday night stream. We'll have a nice bit of chat again. We had a great chat last week. I really enjoyed it. Been talking about it all week. Planted a tea plant and some chard. That's it. Tea plant. Right. Now let me think. There's a green tea plant and a black tea plant, I think. Am I right? And you only use the very tips of the leaves. Hey, I'm hanging around gardeners too much, mate. Hanging around gardeners. It's not a good look. I'll be wearing tatty clothes and stuff like that soon. But yeah, I heard about this actually. I'm sure no, I don't think it's down south. I think it's up north somewhere. I'm sure there's a tea plantation. I'm positive there is. Mike, I've been out. Mike's just asking where I've been this week. Mike, I've been out a couple of times this week. I've been to both times, though. I've been to Willow Marsh. I went to Willow Marsh on Saturday morning and flew the drone. I had a practice with the drone. It was really windy. I was so nervous because obviously, you know, I didn't know what I was doing for a start or how to fly the damn thing. But it all went really well, fairly sort of stable. And then on Wednesday, I went to Willow Marsh to actually fish. I had a great day's fishing. Flew the drone, got some nice drone footage. Took the drone a lot higher this time. So I got some nice shots of the lake. I had a couple of decent carp. I think that the carp are spawning. I think they're spawning again. So, like, we didn't get a lot of carp, got a lot of stuff, though. Right, let's have a look at what Andrew's got to say. Busy week working, Partridge Lakes. Working, Partridge Lakes, fishing tomorrow, and then in a couple of weeks, Scotland for a week. Oh, you lucky bugger. Oh, man. I did some trout fishing in Scotland. Only caught some little stuff. But that was amazing. On Worm, that was. I went out with a guy who lived up there and showed me like these spots, these deep pools. Absolutely loved it. Never fished Partridge Lakes. They're the ones that you always see on the some of the better quality fishing channels, not mine. But Loch Heron. Oh, love Scotland. Beautiful part of the world. Dojo, all in camo, eyes in the veg. You see, I'd wear orange and I'd in the carrots. No tench, Mike. No tench at all. I had, obviously you've not seen the video because it only went up today. I had a couple of roach, and I had about 4 or 5 carp, and then I had a couple of bream, but some of it's not on camera. So, excuse me. Yeah, I was really looking forward to a really good day's fishing because it was nice and warm and everything. But I just reckon that like all underneath the trees and where everything was overhanging, there was loads and loads of carp. But they just weren't taking the bait. I tried everything. I tried maggot, tried green swim stim pellets, and I tried meat. But as I say, I caught some, and it was a lovely day's fishing. I was talking to Mark about some stuff that's coming up. I'll tell you guys a little bit later. We'll wait just in case a few more people come in, hopefully, and then save me keep going on about it. But got some good stuff coming up. Really looking forward to it. I was hoping to get out tomorrow morning, but it looks like it's going to absolutely pour down. But I was only going filming tomorrow. I'm not fishing tomorrow because I'm trying to get quite a bit of filming done and get it in the can so that I can start, as I said before, try and do a few more videos a week. So right, anyone else got some goss, got some news? Mike, I'm off too this week. We're thinking because I don't know if I've mentioned it, but my wife is a teacher, so she's off now, and we share a car just to keep the costs down because there's no point in having two cars. Because my Jeep used to cost me a fortune. It used to cost me £80 every 10 days in petrol, so it was a killer. So we went down to one car because I work nights, she works days. But I'm thinking I might do Tunnel Barn, or I might do somewhere a bit further, but I'm not sure yet. So, Cameron, thanks for coming in. Did you? Was you the guys that came in and we had a chat by the till? Mate, always say hello. There's nothing better than meeting people who've watched the video. Nothing better at all. And it's not anything like being big-headed or anything. It's just lovely to actually meet people that have watched something you've done. Because otherwise, you do feel, until I do the live streams and I'm talking to you guys, you do feel like you're on your own and you're talking to the camera, but you're not necessarily talking to anybody. It could be nobody at the end of the camera. But no, always say hello. Please say hello. So, right, Dojo, let's have a look. Same here, Bish. Pong near me. There wasn't biting at all. Pong. The Pong by you. See, there's always a Pong by me. It's called Spartacus. Yeah, I think the carp are spawning. And I also think as well, especially when I went on Wednesday. This is something new for you guys as well. I'm working with this. I have actually left it here. This little bit of a kit thing here. I don't know if you can see that. You get this in it, and you also get a sensor that goes outside. Pretty cool. But it's going to tell me about. Obviously, you don't need a sensor to tell me the phases of the moon, but it tell me the air pressure and things like that. So from next week on a Friday, I'm going to do fishing weather for the coming week if I can. But just interesting. And then we can all say on the following next Friday, well, the air pressure was up, so maybe I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure whether rising pressure is good or decreasing pressure is good. But we'll have a look. We'll work it out together. But nice bit of kit that. I think it was about £15, something like that. And I just thought, it's something different to do on a live stream. I've not seen anybody do that. And I'm all about trying to engage people and getting a bit of chat going between us guys. And I don't know what other people think about the air pressure. Does it affect the fishing, or is it all mumbo jumbo? And same with phases of the moon. I've read things because I read everything. I've picked these up today. I've picked the magazines up today. There's some interesting stuff in here we'll run through as well. Yeah, I'm just thinking, Andrew, if we just if I look at, try and work out what the weather's doing for the week, and I'll have to be sort of pretty general, so north, Midlands, south. Do you know what I mean? That's how we'll have to do it for a couple of days. So I'll look at the weather forecast, but then I'll also look at the air pressures, because I'm not sure about the air pressures. But I'm just finding that since I've been doing the live stream more than the videos, I want to sort of delve a bit deeper into the fishing stuff. I've been doing stuff this week about the science. Andreas in the house. Anyone's not seen Andreas's channel, please check it out. Andrew, by the way, I'm still not sure about your channel, mate, so I'll check that out after. I'll have a look. So Seamus is in here as well. Hello, Seamus. Glad you made it back nice and safe to Asgardian Towers. Yeah, my brother from an Asgardian mother. Hang on a minute. That makes me Loki, Thor. So, hi, Andreas. Great that you've come in. Guys, please check out. I'm not. This isn't a stream for that kind of thing. Let us grow and all that kind of thing. But please check out each other's channels. Cameron, I'll be looking at yours as well. And everyone that comes into the stream, I like to know who the people are. So, well, you know, we'll have a good chat now. We'll find out. You find out what I'm all about. The new guys that are in the stream, and thanks very much for coming in. If you've not hit the like, please hit the like, guys. Please, thank you. But this week, I'll just give you a quick recap. Now there's a few more people in. This week, I have been mainly eating cabbage. No, this week I've been sort of trying to get to grips with a drone because I'm trying to get just another piece of kit for the arsenal of actually making the videos. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give us another dimension. So when I go to a fishery, if they let me fly the drone, I can take it up. I'm not saying watch the video, but watch the video that I've put up today of Willow Marsh. And I've managed to get high enough to get all 3 lakes in. So you can see the 3 lakes that that you could possibly fish at Willow Marsh. What I will start doing is I'm actually going to do some proper reviews of the fisheries rather than me just sat there fishing. It'll be where they are, their addresses, the telephone numbers, the websites, all that kind of thing, and do a proper review of the fisheries. And hopefully with the drone, that'll just give us another dimension to look down. On the video that I put up today, I'll catch up with the chat in a minute, but just to let you know, on the video that I put up today, there's a shot of the middle lake. I'm quite high up, but you can see all the carp. You can see all the carp. There's a lot of carp on the top. I could see it because I really zoomed in, but it didn't make good footage for on the what's it. But I'm thinking if we can get some nice shots of some nice clear water, say Bell's Mill's got some pretty clear water on the Specimen Lake. That's just going to be amazing if the fish are cruising on the top. So there you go. Right, I'm just going to catch up on the chat, guys. You know me, I'm a slow reader. My channel nothing to do with fishing. I do fish though. I am a veg and fruit grower and also keep chickens. Seamus, Mike, it was a rock fishing. Feels all the bites. Interesting. I think that little rod that I fished with the other day, Seamus, I think I'll bring that when I come fishing with you. Because it'll stop me getting snagged up in trees and everything. You know what I'm like, because I'm not a what's it. Yeah, Andrew. I mean, if anyone's like planning on coming in next Friday, what we'll do is, as I say, I'll do a box and opening actually in a week, and I'll sort of review that kind of thing. But I'm really interested in doing a bit of a weather thing. And here's the weather. I'll see if I can, because I'm going to start using OSB for live streaming. That's coming in soon, and you can actually put things up on the screen then. So I might be able to put like a map and with the weather on and stuff, just for good stuff for the what's it. The only problem is, Andreas, I might not be able to do the weather for Sweden, but I'll just go. It's all right over there. No, Andreas, did you catch any zander, mate? Please tell me you did. Please tell me you caught one. And did you get it on camera? Me and Seamus were talking about this, and we both really, really love to get a zander. I think a lot of the guys who actually fish. Andrew, look, mate, it's absolutely brilliant that you've come into the live stream, and as I say, it's a really friendly live stream. This one. there's no sort of, as I say, there's let's grow, please stop, and all that kind of thing. Basically, we have a chat about fishing, we have a chat about gardening. We had a brilliant one last week about Steve's here, Black Country Piker. He's just arrived just in time. Andrew, last week we had a brilliant conversation with Steve, the Black Country Piker. Please check his channel out, absolutely superb. Andrew, also, if you've not seen Andreas's channel, he's over in Sweden. The water is beautiful, and he does some brilliant underwater footage of bream and stuff like that. We were talking last week about invasive species on the side of the rivers, and Steve, the Black Country Piker, is going to go and help a few guys out. Is it the stour, Steve, that you're going to help them clear up a little bit? Oi, Piker. Piker Blinder, that's who he is. Andrew, we'll all check you out as well, mate. What kind of channel is yours? Yours a fishing channel, or what kind of stuff is that's on your channel, my friend? As I say, because I'm doing this, I'm not clever enough to drop into another thing. Never fear, Bish is here. I'll show you some of the merch as well in a minute, guys. Yeah, it is the stour that trying to bring salmon back to the stour by trying to clean the water up and stuff like that. I was saying to Steve, I'd love to give a bit of time to it. So, also, Andrew, what part of the country you're from, just so we know sort of where you are. And there's a few guys from all over the place coming to the live stream on a Friday. Steve's close to me in the Black Country. Obviously, you can tell from my accent. I'm from Birmingham. Steve's a bit further out than me. He's in the good old Black Country. Asgardian Adventures over Nottingham way, I think, aren't you, Seamus? Mike Tyson's close to me. And there's as I say, Andreas is way out in Sweden. So so Manchester. Yeah. I've been fishing in Manchester actually at where was I? I was all on borrowed kit and everything. And it was like, I borrowed a reel off this guy, a rod off that guy. Had a great day's fishing. I got wrecked. I got absolutely out of my tree because I wasn't driving. It's fatal if I'm not driving. So Andreas is Brighton on a regular basis. Brighton's lovely. I love Brighton. Nice place, nice part of the world. Right, where are we? Manchester. And I think Seamus is answering me that he's over Nottingham way. Seamus, what I'll do is I'll go onto your channel and I'll email you my telephone number and we'll start talking about the doing the WhatsApp, because as I say, Lib Breaks has broke up today. So like the next 2 weeks before I go on, and then I'm on holiday. I'm in 2 weeks in Cornwall. So if we can do it this 2 weeks or in 4 weeks, so whatever. Something interesting that's happening as well. I don't know if anyone's interested in this. We're going to Stansted Airport. It's miles from here. Stansted Airport is it's not far from Brighton, I don't think. So, but I don't know if anyone's interested in this. I think it's the 28th of September. I may be wrong. 28th of September, me, Monty, and a few of the gardening fraternity that are in Monty's on Monty's channel, we're popping down to the Malvern show on the Sunday the 28th of September. Looks like it's going to be a great day. I think there's a special £10% off for YouTubers, so it should be quite good. It should be good to, just to get out for the day, really, and maybe meet a few people. Excuse me, I'm drinking this, but it's just some interesting stuff coming up. Oh, what a shame, Toja. That would have been pretty cool. We could have bored them silly with the fishing. I'm just worried I'm going to be the only fish. Mind you, I love my garden as well. So I used to own a gardening business, by the way. Not a lot of people know that one. So I know a bit about gardening, to be honest. Yeah, I have seen that, Steve, where they're all falling in. They can't hold and there's the guy who drops the carp and follows it in. That is funny. That is funny. Yeah, Dojo. I'm quite looking forward to it. To be honest, I'm taking Libby as my wife and the mother-in-law. And then they can go off and do their own thing, and I'll do some filming and stuff like that. I just think it'd be funnish. Yeah, boo. Yeah, I think Mike, you're just up the road from me, aren't you? Mike, I'm thinking. I'm sort of where would you say to go next week? I can go a little bit further. So I'm thinking Tunnel Barn. I'm thinking down the M5 way, that way. You see, Dojo, it only cost me the price of the petrol from here, and it's not that far. It's about 40 minutes from me. I don't even think it's that far. But, yeah, and then there's the money in, and then there's the lunch and all that kind of stuff. So, but, yeah, Mike, are you booing at the gardening? Because I think we're even Stevens and the Gardeners might do you. It'd be like the Jets against the Sharks. But just to give you a feeling on what's happening with Fish with Bish. I don't know if you've noticed, but oh yeah, the mother-in-law. No, the mother-in-law. Well, she's lovely, to be honest. She's a lovely, lovely lady. Nanny Cat, the kids call her, because she loves cats. But anyway, that's another story. Just fill you in on what's happening, what I'm sort of up to at the minute. I've still got all the tutorial stuff to come out. I've still got the making your own pole rigs, plumbing the depths, elasticating a pole, all those kind of things coming out. Pole fishing for beginners. That's basically the way it is. But I've also been doing. This sounds quite highfalutin, this, but it's with a Bish spin on it, so you can well imagine. I'm doing a documentary at the minute. I'm working on a documentary, a day in the life of a fishery. It's one of those where you don't have people actually speaking directly to the camera. So what it will be is I'll be there as the sun comes up at the fishery, so I'll get that footage. I'll get some drone footage, so I'll get some high footage. It'll be like the owner coming in, drinking a cup of coffee, then doing his rounds, and then like a bunch of guys coming in to do maybe fish a competition or something like that. And I'll do the draw, the weigh in, then the sun going down and the fishery owner leaving. So I'm really sort of looking into that. I'm really looking forward to that, because it's something a bit serious that I've not done before. So really looking forward to that. So also, what else has happened? What else I've had? We got Mrs. Bishop to thank for this. What she's done is there's a T-shirt here, but she's folded it so I can just show you what's on the actual T-shirt. So that's what will be on the T-shirt merch, except for the difference will be it'll have hashtag Fish with Bish. Keep calm and Fish with Bish. So I've got 4 of these T-shirts, and they're massive. I've got them especially big. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wash them about 5 or 6 times. Do you know what I mean? I just want to make sure that those T-shirts are fine. That all the stuff doesn't come off. You know what I mean? I want to make sure they're good quality. I said last week, I think I said they were Cotton Trader. They're not. They're Fruit of the Loom, which is an okay T-shirt as far as I'm concerned. It's lovely and soft. I'm buying loads of different sizes, or I will be. I'm talking to the guy, or will be talking to the guy soon. He's close to me. He's in Rubery or Rednall. I'm going to go over and see him and see what I can do about bulk deals. But obviously, I need more subscribers first, because I'm not buying a lot of T-shirts to sell on. if I haven't got the people to sell them to. There's no point. I'm going to speak to him about what's the minimum orders I can do, and whether he can post them for me and I pay for them. It's an option, isn't it? It's what Teespring does. So I don't know. We'll give it a go. Seamus, if I could get to it, I'd be there with my boots blacked. Me and Steve were talking about a it's all right. Sorry, I've just been thrown there. Bish go to Mia sign in Ellswood, fish the first ball, stuff with crucian carp and lots of carp as well. You can get on for $6 and it's £5 fish non-stop all day. Wow. I'll look into that, Mike. I seriously will. Right, yeah, I will. I will look at that. Mia side. Right, I will do that. Mia side. I'll look back. What I'll do is I'll look back if I can't remember, but I will do that. Cameron, I'm not sure on the cost yet because these ones, if they're the cost that I paid for them ones, they're going to be about £13 or £14, to be honest. But that's because I just ordered like 4 t-shirts with that on. But if I'm talking like quantities, then hopefully I'll be able to get the price down. That's what I'm after. But I don't know how it would work if you know what I mean. So yeah, Cameron, if I can do it, then I'd like to try and keep it as cheap as possible, because the more people that have got Fish with Bish on the t-shirt and people ask them, the more chance I'll get, the more views and all that kind of thing. That's what it's all about for me. I'll tell you what it's all about, and if I'm brutally honest and I'm perfectly honest with everybody, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do as a job. I want to be a YouTuber, and I'm going to work my damnedest, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to do this full time, and then if I can do it full time, I'll be out in the bank more. As I said before. But I got sidetracked because when I start reading this, I just go off on one, I do. But I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've slightly changed the banner at the top of the channel, and on Twitter I've done the same. I've not done it on but it's Fish with Bish, fishing magazine show, because it's not all about fishing on the channel. The new guys who are coming into the live stream, please check out the channel, have a look at some of the things I do, because it's not all about fishing. There's the silly news, there's the funny news, there's how-tos, there's tutorials, how to tie knots, loads and loads of different stuff. And I'm going to try and do a lot more varied stuff, like for instance, trying to do the weather, because no one else is doing it. I can't see anyone else that's doing that kind of thing and putting a type of magazine show together. And you know how Steve Wright used to do it, where he did like the papers. Well, I want to review the fishing press. Like, just for instance, I'll just throw this one into you, because this one is amazing. Right, show you the front. Look at the size of that fish there. I mean, obviously he's holding it close to the camera like I do, because if you hold a fish there, it doesn't look as impressive as if you hold it there, does it? And I've got little hands, so it makes it look like the fish pretty big. But that's a 3-spine stickleback, that is. And I'll tell you how heavy it was. Right. Right, let's have a look. It came in at 9 grams. 9 grams, is it? I think it's 9 grams. 9G, that's 9 grams, isn't it, guys? Anyway, it's about a little heavier than a pound coin. So you imagine a 3-spine stickleback, the same weight as a pound coin. That's massive in stickleback terms, anyway. I know I can do it, Dojo. Thank you. And thank you, Mike, as well. I like the idea of parking me on your peg, because I'm a lazy bugger, as you know. Yeah, Steve, it's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people to come in and just have a nice chat on a Friday night. They can pop in, they can pop out. I just find it amazing. I think we've got 7 people in here now. I'm just amazed that anybody turns up, to be perfectly honest. And I'm just chuffed when we get a few people in, and like they, you know what I mean. I just think it's great. It's, I'm really happy about it, to be honest. I haven't seen that Stickleback vid. I need to look at that one. But yeah, Steve, just going back to your earlier thing, I want my channel to be unique, but I don't want it to be too far left field that like people can't just go, there's a bit of fishing there. That's a nice place to fish. That's what I want. And then, he's made me laugh type of thing. If I can raise one smile or make someone's day a little bit lighter, a little bit happier, then I've done what I wanted to do. And that's all. That's what I wanted to do when I came into trying to do YouTube. I just wanted to do what it's made me do, because I always thought I got to. I mean, I don't know if you know, but I'm 54 this year, and I got to 50, and I just thought, there's nothing for me to do really. I really just want to. I just really just want to sort of have a good time and sort of. I love taking pictures. I've always done photography, and then I wanted to do, and I thought. Started doing the fishing videos by just got a cheap action camera GoPro rip-off. I just started filming the fishing. And I thought I saw a few people doing a few videos and they were talking on them. So I thought, well, I'll have a go at that. And I was just hooked. I was just absolutely hooked. There's a brilliant channel and he's got quite a few subscribers. And his name is Jamie Harrison. And he does the catch fishing channel. Smashing guy. Met him a few times. I met him at the Big One Fishing Show, and we had a brilliant conversation. And we talk on sort of online and stuff like that. Smashing guy. And he's one of the guys that inspired me to get it to start doing a channel. And then seeing Steve and Seamus were sort of the other two that I really sort of clicked into almost straight away. Obviously Steve, as soon as I saw Black Country and I saw the flag, because obviously he's so local to me, I just thought, I'll go and have a word with see Steve and stuff like that on the videos. And then I saw the one that hooked me in on Seamus. If you've not seen this one, check the one out where he's dressed as Thor. I think he did it. You lose a bet, Seamus. I think you lost a bet, didn't you? I think he did. I think he lost a bet and he had to dress up as Thor. Or was it you got so many subscribers? I can't remember. But that one's really, really good. Yeah, thanks very much for putting me with Vincent and Robbie. That is high esteem. Vincent, oh my God, he has me in bits. I've had a message off him today. Robbie over in Australia, Robbie fishing, absolutely brilliant. I don't know if you've seen the one today, Steve, where the pelican gets the carp. My God, that's a 3.5 pound carp, and the pelican just swallows it whole. Absolutely, absolutely. He just gone, absolutely gone. Adrian, thank you very much for coming into the stream. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Adrian, please hang about just for a few minutes. Don't just come in and go out, because you'll get a chance to hear what some of the guys are saying and stuff like that. Just to give you a quick catch up, thank you so much for coming into the live stream. We're not one of these subscribe and all that kind of thing. We're just having a chat about fishing, chat about gardening, chat about life in general and how things are going. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Adrian. What part of the world you're from and what you do. You sort of... Sorry, I have to keep doing this. I'm not very good at this, looking at this. I have to keep reading the things. Right. I was messing about in my Thor helmet in a video, and a subscriber challenged me to dress up and fish. You saying that, Seamus? Adrian, I don't know if you know any of these channels that you've come into, but please just give them a look, because you won't be disappointed. Black Country Podcast, Guardian Adventures, Andreas from Sweden, absolutely brilliant channels, really nice people, nice guys, and I think this is where I think we need to christen this the nice stream, because this is where people come in and we just have a nice chat, mate. We don't sort of badmouth people or anything like that. It's a lovely, lovely thing. Anyway, going back to it, Seamus, you saying that about wearing the Thor helmet. You wait for the up and coming video, which I need to edit. It's a Spartacus special. Why we call him Spartacus? Oh, Adrian, mate. As soon as I get off the live stream or tomorrow, anyone that comes in, I'll have a look at the channel, mate. Certainly have a great look at the channel. And we were talking about last week, mate. We were talking about match fishing. And I miss it so much, but I can't give the time to it that it needs for me, because I'm so competitive. I'm so competitive, and I don't think I could have done it. Have we? We must have, mate. Yes, we have. I watch your channel. I'm subscribed to your channel. Yes, Adrian. Rich don't smile, does he? Guys, please check out Adrian's channel. It's called Margison. Sorry if I get your name wrong. It's Adrian's second name, fishing channel, match fishing channel. Absolutely brilliant. I think it's Adrian and his brother Richard, and they do a lot of matches. Richard, he had a brilliant day the other day, didn't he? He had a cracking day with some of them fish. I think he got third. Margison. That's it, Margison. He had a cracking day's fishing. And he was getting. He went straight in the margins first off. See, this is how much I remember. He went in the margins straight off, and he was getting some lovely lumps coming out. And his face never cracked. If I was getting them and I knew I was on camera, I'd be turning to the camera going, every time I got one. And I think he got third on that match. Looked like a pretty good place. I can't remember where you were. But no, please check out Adrian's channel. Cracking channel. Lovely couple of guys. And as I say, I'd love to fish a few more competitions, but I'm so competitive. If I did, I'd have to up my gear, because all my gear is like secondhand, borrowed, sort of ages old, and all that kind of thing. So pleasure fishing is really what I do now. But yeah, oh mate, brilliant! I'm glad you've come in. I didn't recognise the second name, mate. Sorry, I didn't put the names together until I saw the second name, saw your surname. Brilliant. Thanks very much for coming in. Guys, please check out Adrian's channel. It's him and his brother. It's like it's proper match fishing. It's not like I call it proper match fishing. It's how I would fish matches. It's not how all these guys that fish now and they've all got sponsorship and everything. It's guys who go out and do it all themselves, that kind of thing. So Mike's in the house. Everybody, check out Mike's channel as well. Mike's a young fella from I think you're down in Cornwall, aren't you, mate? Down in Cornwall, coming down your area in the next couple of weeks. No, really nice. Just lost my light. Sussex. Oh, sorry, mate. Have you lost it? Is that a euphemism for? I was going to say a wolf's got it, a fox has got it, or something like that, or is it? Has he gone walkies? Oh, sorry, Mike. Oh, hey, Mike. What a way to kill the mood. We were up here, mate, and now we're down here because your hen's dead. You having it for dinner? Sorry, that was Mike. That was below the belt. That was really below the belt. I do apologise. Yeah, sorry, Mike. But yeah, Mike's part of the guiding fraternity, has a cracking channel as well. Everybody that comes in. Oh no. Ooh, dear me. But yeah, are you down Truro way, Mike? I think you are, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. It's horrible when you lose. I don't know whether you class them as a pet or are they livestock to you? Because some people, there's like a couple of camps, isn't there? No, sorry, I think there's probably 3 camps when you're keeping livestock. There's the people who consider them as pets. There's people who consider them as livestock. I was going to say as livestock, and then there's people who consider them as both. Like they name them and look after them, and obviously, and you're gonna become close to things and stuff like that. So, but yeah. Oh, guys, another news channel video coming out next week. And there's a fishing channel where I don't know if any of you know or remember. Some of you older guys will know who Bob Ross is. There's a fishing video coming out with me as Bob Ross. See what I mean? Fishing magazine show. It'll be fishing, but it will be. I mean, it'll be painting, but it will be other fish. Bob Ross, yeah, that's me. I have got the afro. Let me just have a look. I've got my own afro. If I take this man bun, my my midlife crisis out. No, it's not here. I thought it was here on the back of the door, but it's not. Yeah, I've got it ready. I've got the beard. I've got it all going on, guys. Got it all going on. Yeah, bloody man bun. Do you know what, Steve? Just because I can. That's why I've done it. Just because I can. Oh, God. Oh, dear me. But there you go. Anyway, anything else? Anybody got anything planned this week? Anyone going out anywhere or doing anything? Anything special going on? Anyone going on their holidays? Just rack Seamus off because he's just come back from his. So that's just a little bush. Yeah. Adrian's on a match tomorrow. Adrian, do you do guys who are fishing people? Do you do a lot of preparation the night before? Adrian probably does, I would say, because he's a match fisherman. But Black Country Piker, Seamus, Mike, do you do Mike Tyson? Do you do any sort of prep or anything like that? Adrian, it's what I would do. Oh, Cameron, fishing at Willow Marsh. I'll tell you what I'd do, mate. If you're fishing there tomorrow, I would. We were talking about this earlier. I don't know if you were in, but I fished there this week, and I've put a video up today of it. I'm not saying that so you watch the video, but I've literally put it up today and there's a drone footage, and it's up high. My suggestion would be, if there's no match on the bottom lake, the bottom lake is the lake I would fish, to be honest, because the middle lake is a little small. It's a bit more. But having said that, the with all this rain we've had, it's probably livened it up a little bit because they were. I'm sure. I don't know. Adrian might be able to help us out on this as well because obviously he fishes every week in the matches. But I think, Adrian, that the carp have been spawning again. I don't know about you. I don't know whether that video that you put up, the last one you put up, was most recent or was it last week or whatever. But I think the carp fishing slowed up this week. It really has. So, but Cameron, yeah, I would definitely try and fish. I didn't go to Moncall after. Actually, Adrian, I might do that this week. I might do it this week. He seems like a nice guy down there as well. Then that's pretty close to me as well. Right, let's have a look. That's awesome. Sorry, Steve, I missed yours. I'm just going to drop back. Obviously, Steve's come up. Daughter's followed. Oh, dear. Student of the Year award. I skipped a generation there, mate. Oh, made up for her. Was she really proud? I bet you were really proud. I bet you cried, didn't you? I bet you cried. It's amazing when they do things like that, and they take you by surprise. I saw my youngest daughter's came home with her end of term report and everything like that, and listening to her about I don't like this, I don't like that, and all that teenage angst stuff that they come out with, and I just said to her, no. This is her supposedly talking to teachers. I'm going, you can't talk to teachers like that. And then you get the report, and all it says is works really well in class, very quiet, always contributes and stuff like that. And it's all bravado once you get teenagers. But my eldest is off to university in September. I say she's off, but it's Birmingham University, so she's staying here. Yeah. But she's fell on her feet. She's doing something she absolutely loves, and so you'll have to look out for her name in the credits of films. She's doing TV and movie makeup, so she's doing like normal makeup, and she's also doing specialist sort of like zombie and monster makeup and all that kind of stuff. Prosthetics and everything, absolutely amazing stuff. So I'm so pleased for us, Steve. Just going back to Steve. Right, let me catch up. My prep consists of my large lunchbox. That's it, Mike. I don't bother with a lunchbox because I only pick venues that have a calf. Sausage and egg, red sauce. Come on. Yeah, rats do get everything. They get everywhere, don't they? Mike Greenhouse, rats get everywhere, mate. It's not just you. If you're a fisherman, you keep your stuff in a shed or an outhouse or anything like that. More often than not, they get into it. Right, I'm down. I walk in the garage and jump in the fishing mayhem. I'm so disorganised. It's unreal. That's Steve's prep. Adrian, did I get to Moncall? I didn't, mate, but actually that's a good idea. It's a toss up between Moncall and the other one that Mike said. I think he said his Mere side or somewhere like that. I don't know if you've ever fished that, Adrian, and what you think. Some of the carp at last match was still spawning. Yeah, they've totally gone off at in the middle pool at Willow Marsh, the one I was fishing this week. I managed to bag about 4, but not like it usually is on there. Yeah, Ben, that's him, Ben at Moncall. Do you think he'd let me fly the drone, Adrian? Should I let? Obviously, I'll speak to him first because I never want to turn up with loads of cameras. Because my cameras are a bit more sort of invasive. I know you and Rich use GoPros, don't you? Do you use the GoPro Session or whatever? They're brilliant, aren't they? Absolutely brilliant. They just stick. I sometimes stick mine on the end of a bank stick, just so I can get close water shots and stuff like that. Let's see what has got it. I had a problem with the rat ones, and I got into the wrong room and through the wrong vivarium. Got eaten by it. Yeah, brilliant. Cameron, are we talking about Willow Marsh? And when you say fish with Noah, are you friends with Noah, who's Mark's nephew? Oh, bug off! I hate them pop-ups. Yeah, I thought you may, mate. The kids just do, mate. They've only got to do something extra special. That's it. I'm off on one. Steve, going on holiday a week Saturday to Pembrokeshire. It's a holiday and wedding anniversary of 15 years. Oh, are you taking Mrs. Piker? You're going to take Mrs. Piker, are you, on the romantic Pembrokeshire holiday? And we're going piking, love. I could just see her face now. If I said to Lib, oh, let's go for a lovely romantic break up in Pembrokeshire and we're going fishing. There wouldn't be another anniversary, I don't think. All right, so look, where are we? Seamus, Dojos, any of the Vivarians would have the wrong way. Oof. Is Pembrokeshire, is that like a Welsh coast? It is, isn't it, Pembrokeshire? My geography is appalling. It's almost as bad as my fishing. Yeah, I started off with action cameras. They're pretty good ones if they're not GoPros, mate. Which ones do you use? Because they're pretty cool. They are. You get some good shots with them. I like Noah. Nice kid, nice guy. Did you see, Cameron? Did you see the pictures when I was doing when I did the behind the scenes, and I got them all to look the wrong way and everything, and then I put him on the spot about Mark when I did the interview with what's it. Poor sod, he didn't know what to say. He had to say nice things about him. So Black Country Piker. He's taking loads of people and then he's going to sneak off. Wow, they're pretty cool. They are, Adrian. I think it was. I don't know who it was last week. Who? What was the make of them again, please, bud? What? Why I? Ye. They're pretty cool, they are, mate. Because I think it was. I don't know who it was. I think it was Liam or Mike Tyson or someone was saying that they wouldn't mind like doing a few, like maybe not doing a channel, but like filming themselves fishing and stuff like that. So yeah, it's as I said, it's how I started with. I think mine were just. I don't know where I got mine from when I first started. I never spoke at all. Just took pictures of me catching fish and stuff like that. Wow, that's pretty cool. That is, Adrian. I'll have to look at them. Yeah, I love my GoPro session. The GoPro session's pretty cool because the sound's quite good on it. The sound quality's quite good on it. You don't have to put a case on it. There's not much you can get wrong with it. It's sort of just a cube. It's like a dice with a button on the top. You press it, and like you can put it on there. You can put it on your shoulder. You can wear it on your cap. As I say, I've got. I'll tell you what I've got, Adrian, for mine, especially for this GoPro thing. It's like a fisheye. It looks like a bubble, and you fit it at the back, and then I can get half below, half above, so you can see the float going down and stuff like that. I've not fished anywhere that's the water's clear enough to get a really good shots of it. And I tell you what I tend to do: if I get a smaller fish, what I do is I bring it up and I try and drag it in front of the thing before I pull it in. So yeah. Like, how long have you been filming, Bish? I've been filming for. Bear in mind, I've filmed for years and years and years, but filming the fishing, 2 years. I want to say 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that. But I've only really got into it since about January this year, where I think that's when I got like two lots of cameras. So yes, Mike, the a GoPro camera, especially a session, because the audio is really, really good on it. You can buy good secondhand ones as well. It's waterproof. It's got a rubber outside of it as well. It's rainproof. I think you can take it down to about 30 meters and it's still waterproof. And because I dip mine underwater when I'm taking pictures and stuff like that. So for actually, Mike, you could stick it if you could get I think you can buy a dog harness and you could put the GoPro on the harness. Right, let's have a look. Where are we? Yeah, I agree with Steve. GoPro sessions, pretty cool. Mike, 2.5 years. Adrian, that's the one problem. Yeah, this is the audio. You could always try putting your audio on after doing a voiceover. That kind of thing. That's always something. But I like, because I can talk for England, mate. So I quite like doing the bits to camera and the asides and the like saying a joke and all that kind of thing. I quite like all that bit. But I love your channel when because it's basically it's two guys, one not smiling, two guys fishing, concentrating on the match. And then what Adrian does, you put up little subtitles down here and little bits, and just to let us know when the match is going and what's going on. I quite like that. I think that's good for a match fishing, because you don't want, if you're fishing a match, you don't want to keep turning around and talking to people, because it wouldn't work. Yes. Yes, Steve's right. He's talking about the session. I actually do that as well. I've got one of those battery banks, and I can just plug that in. And if I'm not using it, it's charging it. If I can use it and just run off the battery bank, so effectively it'll run for about 20-30 hours. All right, where are we? Have I missed something here? Hi, Imogen. Is Imogen your daughter, your wife? Who's Imogen? Come on, Steve. Who is he? Adrian, as I said to you, mate, in your type of video, it makes no sense that you do a lot of talking, because I am so competitive, mate. If I was in a match, anyone came over to me and started talking, no, not having it. I wouldn't be having it, mate. I'd have one of them T-shirts that says, "No, I haven't caught anything. Piss off. Leave me alone." Mate, just Mike's asking about which session should he get. I would get, mate. I'd just get a there's no need to get like a brand new one. I'd get a sort of I'd just get a second hand one, mate. And I paid, can't remember how much I paid for more. I think I paid about £60 for mine, £70 for mine. But it's virtually unbreakable, mate. And it'd be quite good for the gardening one, because, as I say, you can buy like a chest cam thing that it just sits in, and then you can angle it so it's angled down at, say you want to do a digging bit, or you can angle it up like that. You can put it on a selfie stick. You can actually buy a thing that is sit in a cage type thing, and you can buy an end that goes on the bottom, and you can actually put it on a tripod, or you can put it on a what you call them, one of them gorilla pods, which is so I've got me the camera gears all there. So you've got one of these. You know what all the YouTubers use, and they put the DSLR on and stuff like that. But this is perfect. It might be something that Adrian probably uses, something similar like this, and you can just bend it round and it holds on to stuff. But you could just put it on the side somewhere, put your camera on, and you've got a perfect little tripod. So, but you've also got this kind of thing. So I've got everything out at the minute because, as I say, I want to go filming tomorrow. Just trying to see. Obviously, you've got the no. It's not for fending off fans. It's like a GoPro stick. This is a good piece of kit, guys. If anybody does time lapsing, I've got this guy here, and it's like an egg timer, and I can put my phone in that bit there. Can you hear it ticking? And then what happens is I've put that Tipex arrow there, so I know which way it goes round, and then it'll slowly go round. So not only are you getting a time lapse of the sky or wherever you want to get, but it's also moving round, which is quite good. And I bought that off eBay. That wasn't very much at all. So anyway, let's. Where are we? Okay, thanks. Hero 4 any good? How much roughly again, mate? Hero 4 is old, but 1080p all good. We use full tripods. I use full tripods. I've got to be honest with you, Adrian. It's just purely because it's easy. I put it in with my pole roller, so that's pretty good. I'll just show you a bit of the kit while we're here. That's my dead cat microphone. Sits on top, because that's also a problem. Where a lot of places I go, you'll hear on my audio, I have to apologise quite often about the wind noise. That's why the dead cat's on there. It's to stop the wind noise going across. We use full tripods. Pico depends on brand, but anything from £30 to £600. I have a big one too. Do you, Mike? Thanks for that. There's Golden Adventures. I got a cheap one, but works brilliant. It costs £13 from Boy. Mike's really nice. My big tripod is 1.5. Yeah, mine goes really high as well. My one tripod. I've got 4 tripods, but one's got a broken leg, which I use in the garage. And I've got one on a long stick for when I do the painting videos. So it goes acts like a counterbalance. And I've got I hang it from the roof with a bungee rope, and it's something to behold, to be honest. Right, Mike's looking around for a camera. I think, Mike, you want to look at what Adrian uses, because if you look at Adrian's channel, look at the quality of the video. It's pretty cool, mate. You have a look. Sorry that as soon as I posted it. Shut up, Mike. It doesn't look like my hair. Actually, Mike's hit the Mike's hit the nail on the head. Look, it's exactly the same. It's like my man bun. Anyway, cheeky buggers. I don't come here to be taking the mick out. I could go anywhere. Right, back home. Savage gear. Abu Garcia, Shimano, Predator tackle. I use a lot of NGT stuff, Seamus, because it's reasonably priced, and the quality's pretty cool. So, where's if it's been Mike, are you on? Thanks, I think. Yeah, I didn't want to say anything urgent, but I probably have. Anglo Liam's in the house. Hello, Liam. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in, guys. Everybody who's come in tonight, thanks very much. We're having such a random rant about things. Well, we ain't having a rant, are we? We're random, like, chat about things. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Willow Marsh is. See, this is what I'm not doing, Liam. What I should be doing is on my videos, and it's something I'm seriously thinking of doing, is putting the addresses and the rules up and stuff like that, so people can freeze frame the video, and then they've got the addresses and everything. I think I want to say it's Bromsgrove, although it's not in the general direction of Bromsgrove. You head towards Kidderminster and then veer off. So if you know where Zion Farm is, you go further on than Zion Farm, up to as far as you can get to an island, turn left, first right, and it's just down there. Just down there. Liam, have you did you see the video today? They do have opens at Willow Marsh, Agent, and that the very first pool as you go in is the one that they have most of them on. Obviously, I don't fish the matches, so I'm not sort of 100% on what days they do them on and things like that. But Mark's got a new. Someone's working on his website at the minute. I don't know whether it's up yet, but he's got a brand new website coming online. So he's going to put all the. This will be interesting for you, actually, Agent. They're going to put up all the weights and the pegs and stuff like that they've caught them from. But I'm not saying look at my video, Agent, but I'm saying look at the video. If you look at the drone footage of the, and I come to the first lake where the office is. If you look, there's a little bit of a promontory, like a sticky out bit that's in between the two aerators, and that is brilliant. That is there. And I tell you what else they've got. You're in between the two aerators, and down to the left-hand side is where there's a water inlet. So if you imagine you've got all that lovely water coming in, you've got the aerators going as well, and they were everywhere the other day when I went, but I couldn't fish on that one because there was a match on. All right, Shenstone, Bish. It might be Shenstone. It might be Mike. Actually, I think you're probably right. It is. No, it's Liam. It's not that far. Do you know where Zion is? Oh, Liam's just saying he's off to our church on Monday on Houseport for a big lump. Mike, sorry, Liam, did you get was it you that got the grass carp? What do you mean, Liam? You haven't watched it all? How dare you? How dare you come here and not say you've watched it all? No, mate, thanks very much for watching any of it, to be perfectly honest. Stonely where? I have missed something. I really have missed something. Yes, I will go to Stonely next time round at the big one. Yeah, I'm definitely going. What we could do is, if anyone else is going, then we'll meet up. And I mean, it was a good day out, to be honest. Yeah, I like that small pool at the back, mate. But I'm such a lazy fisherman. I won't carry my stuff all the way there. So yeah, Liam, if you go to Zion and then go past it up away from Birmingham, up to the island, turn left, first right, and it's down there. It's not far at all, mate. I would, yeah. You're gonna go to the North show. I went to Stoneleigh. Isn't it Stafford's that way? Is it? Oh, I can't remember where it was, but I definitely went. Well, I was definitely there. I know I was. Yeah, Willow Marsh is really close, mate. It's all right. Mike's just saying Willow Marsh. It is very, very close. Yeah, I used to like Zion. I haven't been for a while. Spartacus fell in at Zion. That was funny. Leo, you got especially late down there. I'm going to start getting back into my big carp fishing and nights. Ooh, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. That was it, Aaron. Sorry, Mike. I couldn't remember it was Liam or Aaron. 20 hook, £1 bottom, single maggots. I bet his arm was aching. I bet he was. I bet you when he saw it the first time it come up and he knew what hook he'd got and he knew what line he'd got on. I always panic. And you can hear me go on the camera. I've only got an 18 hook on, or I've only got a 20 hook on. But I only fish small hooks. I never fish big hooks. Adrian will probably tell you this as a matchman. It's from my match days. I don't think I ever carried anything bigger than a 14. I never catch a 12 or I think it might be Shenston. Adrian, as I say, I wish. Do you know what I might do next time? I think I'll have two laptops because I could borrow my daughter's laptop, and then if we've got any questions like that, I could look it up. But it's only 25 minutes from Brum anyway, from where I am. From junction 3 of the M5, it's only about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's it, Kersley Lane. It is Kersley Lane, mate. Jeremy Wade was at the one at Stoneleigh, mate. Oh, Mike, I could just imagine that. Can you just imagine some of the faces of them fishermen? Because some of them, they ain't like me or you. Would just go, "Oh, mate, go on." Do you know what I mean? Some of them would be revs so funny. It's a smashing place. You wouldn't be disappointed, mate. Especially to fish an open there. What I would do though is I'd double check that it was on and all that kind of thing, because it's a long way to go if you want to fish an open. But I was talking to a couple of the guys that were waiting for the open, because he doesn't do early morning ones. I think I was there and it was about, I think kickoff was about 10:30. So they were all having breakfast and having a chat and all that. And I was talking to a couple of smashing guys there. And one of them asked me how much I would charge for videoing like a group of lads out fishing. So like, you know what I mean? Just like an ad hoc sort of couple of guys fishing and having a banter and that kind of thing. I've never even thought about that before. But I mean, it's something I could do, isn't it? Really, it's another revenue stream. Mike's back. Mike's phone died. Do you ever fish Tuesday or Wednesday? Those are my days. So, mate, I mainly fish Wednesdays. So, Steve, I could certainly do a Wednesday in a couple of weeks. Not these next 2 weeks, but and then I'm off for 2. You're on holiday as well, aren't you? So, yeah. So, I'll have to sort of get the dates together. But yeah, mate, definitely. Mate, Cameron, please come back in, mate, next Friday. It's been brilliant for you to come over. Thank you very much for even just coming over and just listening to the Friday ramble. Really, we need a name for this live stream. Be gentle. Here we go. What could someone come up with a bit of interesting name for the live stream, guys? So. Andrew Fishman's in the house. Andrew, you hold the medal and the cup for the furthest away of anyone in the live stream. If anyone's not seen Andrew's channel, he's a brilliant, brilliant guy. He's got a great channel. He's over in Australia, and he supports so many people. He supported me for months now, and he always comes into a live stream, always gives some interesting feedback and stuff like that. Now I've done that, Andrew, you can sod off now. But no, smashing fella. If you're not seen his channel, have a look, guys. See you later, Cameron. Thank you very much for coming in. I'm using, Adrian, I'm using something called Wondershare Filmora. And the reason I used it was A, it was free, B, it's easy. It is so simple to use. I thought to myself, when I first started looking at stuff, I'm considering moving now to something like Premiere Pro, where you can do so many different things. But you've seen on mine, I'm not particularly talented at this kind of thing, but they make it so easy to put like music over the top, and you know how you put your subtitles or your text on your videos. It's so simple, so many different ways of doing it. What they call transitions as well, so you can do a wobbly one and go from one picture to another, or fade in or fade out, those kind of things. Absolutely brilliant to use, and it's very, very simple. It's really easy to use. And how I taught myself how to do it by watching other people, like a video how to edit with Wondershare Filmora, and the one part of it is free. I now pay, I think it's $4.99 a month, which really, in the grand scheme of things, is, and I get choice of so many packages, and you can get like loads of like title packages, so you can get awesome effects. I've got like martial arts effects where I can make smoke come out and all different things. But it's well worth a look, and have a look on YouTube. That's how I did it. I looked and taught myself, basically. So let's catch up. Pole fishing, it is, if you like, mate. Steve, I want to go pike fishing, mate. I want to go pike fishing with you and Seamus. So Andrew, good day. Mike Screenhouse, just saw you put the video of Puppy and Belva, 2 dogs. Oh, Andrew is just commenting on Mike's video, which I've not seen yet. But Andrew's also got a fishing buddy. He takes his dog with him. That's pretty cool. He's sodding off as requested. No, he's not. He'll be back in a minute. He never sods off. He's always there. The mismatches. Yeah, the mismatches. That's what we could call it. Yeah. What should we call ourselves? We need a name for the live stream. Come on, guys. Bang your heads together. Adrian, I saw that Da Vinci. Is it easy? Steep learning curve. See, I'm not into. I did look at that, but on mine, you see, all I do is, you've got your card, your SD card. I put it in the laptop. It comes up. I use so much memory up on my laptop though. But then all I do is click import, and it imports it onto a screen. And then move it into a timeline, and then cut it up, chop it up, put it together. And it's just as straightforward as that. There's none of the, where you have to put different light things in and everything like that. It's nothing like that. You can brighten it, you can darken it, you can turn up the contrast, you can do stuff with the saturation to make it better color. Right. Yeah, I can see that, mate. It sort of put me off, because when I was first looking, I saw that Da Vinci Resolve, and And as I say, I always look at YouTube to try and teach myself anything. The multi-tubers. No, there's tit in the middle of it, Steve. I'm not having that, mate. The multi-tubers. Yeah, so no, the multi-tubers. Right, so let's have a recap on what we want to talk about. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let's have a review of the papers. Let's have a look at the papers. What's going on in the world? Let's have a look, see if there's anything interesting. Oh my God. Yeah, this will interest Seamus. Look at the size of that perch. This is what I'm saying to you guys about how you hold a fish in a picture. Right. If I hold this here, doesn't look that big. But if I start to move it towards the camera, look how big that fish has got. See that perch there is only £4 9 ounce. I mean, it's big enough. It's big in my sort of scheme of things, but it's not that big. You can tell by his hand underneath how big it is. But yeah, look at the size of this for a carp. Is it me, or does that look like Seamus? Seamus doing it on the front of the paper. Right, so let's catch a punch of it. But really, professional. Yeah, that's what I do. I watch all these different videos on how to do things, and then I'll watch them again. And then what I'll try and do is I'll have them on the TV, because I can get YouTube on my TV, and then I'll have my computer in front of me, and I'll keep pausing it until I find out exactly how to do things. So, what about watch Bish or else? Watch it? No, sorry, Mike, we can't do that. You can't have watch Bish's stream or else. How about I don't know. Never fear, Bish is here. That's a good one. Big perch. We were talking about this last week, mate. And there's a theory. We have a theory about big perch. Because you'd think because obviously you're the same as me. You fish mostly commercials, I should imagine. We were talking about big perch, and we don't think you get big perch in commercials so much, because they're not having to eat. They're not eating the fry and the small fish that they'd eat in a river or a canal, so they don't get as big as they would. But a £4 perch. I think mine. What was mine? I think it was about a pound and a half. It's not very big. Yes, Steve, definitely, mate. Because I'd be chuffed to come and meet you and do some pike fishing, just to watch you, really, more than anything, and watch how it's done. I think I'm with Seamus, really. Seamus is saying he's like a multiverse on here. It is, we're just like so many different types of channels and whatever. Well, it's mainly gardening and fishing, but yeah. It does look like Seamus. Seamus, that's you, man. What you doing? Gonna make you a star. But anyway, it does look like Seamus. Liam, I have been watching Monster Carp. Pretty interesting. It's nice to have any kind of fishing show on the TV, and I think a lot of is a subject that we can all talk about, Andrew, a fisherman. I don't know what it's like over in Australia now with fishing channels, but we don't. There's no sort of fishing on mainstream TV, and everyone's trying to get it on. Everyone's trying to get it on. It's you guys I watch. Really, this is what I love to watch. I love to watch different types of fishing. Like I love Adrian's channel because I like the fact that Rich don't smile, because that every time I look at him, he makes me laugh now. And if ever I meet him, he's just going to crack me up just me looking at him. But that's why I watch, and then I watch Andrew's channel over in Australia because I'm fascinated by the sort of what they're fishing for, and the fact that the carp is invasive. So Andrew doesn't do this though, I don't think. But some of the guys, they have to leave the carp on the bank. Even the big carp, they have to leave on the bank. I don't think Andrew does it though, to be honest. And then there's Asgardian. He does a lot of like predator fishing, or he'll do fishing in like the smaller brooks and the smaller streams and stuff like that. And it's just amazing what he can get out of them. And then there's obviously Steve, who does the piking, mainly in canals. The old industrial canals that we have, miles of them round by us. So Gardens of the West Midlands. Oh my God, no. We'll have to think. I think we'll have to think about this all week. And anyone that comes in the live stream next week, I want someone to come up with a name, of the of like what we can call ourselves in this live stream. Where are we now? Mike, Liam, do you ever fish any other places local to us apart from Alf Church? Yeah, Liam does like his Alf Church, doesn't he? I don't blame him. I'm looking to go back soon as well. I really want to go back. I've got about 6 videos of fishing videos that I've not put up yet. I'm way behind. So let's have a look. I only came back to fishing 2 years ago after a 10-year break. Family raising before it. I was a river match fisherman. Never got into river fishing very much, mate. When I used to be in a fishing club and we used to do our matches, I used to look through the list of all the matches and everything for the year, and then I'd look at the rivers and I'd go. Whenever we got to the river, it was either too low, too high. We went to the River Severn at Hampton Load. And mate, the banks had all gone, and there was a caravan up in a tree. And I went, I'm not fishing this. You're mental. So now, whenever I had to fish a river, I just used to put a little pinky on and take a whip with me and just pull out the little stuff, the minnows and the bleak. I used to love watching Matt Hayes on Discovery Shed channel. See, Liam, you're sort of that little bit younger than me, I should imagine, because Matt Hayes used to be on like main channels, not just the Shed. But yeah, there's hardly any fishing on normal TV. I watch a lot of fishing channels from abroad. I watch quite a few of the bass fishing guys in the States. I find that quite fascinating because the bass seem pretty vicious to be honest. I used to, mate, Mike, a passion for angling. Yeah, how gentle was that? How calming was that? That was pretty cool. That was. I like Boston Lakes, Liam. That might be. I've never done Broadacres. I've done Zion Alf Church and I've done Boston. It's whether yeah, as I say, this week I can go somewhere a little bit further. Yeah, John Wilson. Yeah. We used to call him when I was little. I used to watch him all the time, and like I remember my mum used to say, "You'll get square," because I used to sit like that watching John Wilson, and she'd go. She called him Uncle John in the end. Are you watching Uncle John? And he was called Uncle John from then on in our house. Even when I was a lot older, he was always Uncle John. I even model. If you watch when I mean, obviously I don't do it very often, but if you watch when I hold a rod and how I hold my reel, it's how John Wilson used to hold it, because I used to practice so I could hold it like the same as John Wilson. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah. My little bit of peace. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Lovely to see you. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Linz. Um, we're just talking about, well, we're talking fishing, obviously. So I hope we don't bore you. But Adrian, if your brother's on the phone, ask him to raise a smile. Thanks very much for coming in, mate. It's been brilliant talking to you. Really sort of informative. I love it. Absolutely love it. Keep them videos coming. I give your brother I don't know, stick some feathers in his pants or something, make him laugh. But no, it's been brilliant. And please keep them videos coming, because it's a cracking channel you've got, mate. Absolutely love it. Really good fishing channel to watch. They're only on. Yeah, Carl and Alex, Liam, I'm with you all the way. All the way. They've just gone independent from. Were they with Fox? I think they were with Fox. But now they've got their own channel. They've done a brilliant one where Alex was over in Holland, and he caught a 7.5, or the guy who was with caught a 7.5 pound perch. Absolutely brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Oh yes, you were in Florida, weren't you? Oh, I bet it's horrible. I bet you when you got off the plane, it's horrible, isn't it? Because when you're there, you're in the lovely warm, and then you come out. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, it's been horrible down here as well, Lance. It's been absolutely horrible. Yeah, you're right, Liam. Sorry, I'm jumping about on the thing because I'm reading everybody's chat, but yeah, it's been horrible down here. It hasn't stopped raining at all. It's why I'm up in the house rather than down in the tackle den, because I just couldn't be bothered to walk down in the rain, to be honest. Also, I'm scared of treading in the baby frogs. We have thousands of frogs in our garden at the minute. They're all about this big, all hopping about, them mentalists. They are mentalist frogs everywhere. Yeah, they were catching perch and pike, weren't they? But then perch were massive. We're meant to be having a heat wave next week. Oh God! Actually, the rain this week will have done a lot of the fisheries a bit of good, because they needed livening up a little bit. I love Willow Marsh to bits, but I just think it needed a bit of livening up with a bit of water running through it, to be honest. Yeah, I've heard that the weather's supposed to be getting better next week. Excuse me, I'm just gonna have a drink. I wish that was a point, but there you go. This live stream would get a bit leery if it was a point, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Whenever we talk about weather, Andrew comes in. He'll be telling us soon. We don't know what hot weather is. Look, on my weather machine next week. Actually, this would be quite good for in the live stream for the gardeners as well. Linz, if you're not aware, what I'm going to do on a Friday night as well, we're going to do the upcoming weather. I bought this little doozy here. It's about air pressure and phases of the moon and things like that. And I'm going to do this on a Friday for the next 3 or 4 days. And we'll have a look at what the weather's doing for the fishermen and for the gardeners, really, to be honest. It'll be like gardening world, it will. Like gardening world. My Bish fish me aside this week and next week. If you tell me it wasn't any good, I'll buy you a sausage and egg sandwich for the next year, mate. I probably will fish me aside, actually. It's either me aside or. So I quite like the idea of me aside, to be honest. What's it by, Mike? Where am I sort of heading? What's the. Buy the sandwiches for the next year. Mate, you don't know what you're letting yourself in for then. You'll have to get yourself a second job and a mortgage. Get a second mortgage if you're buying my sandwiches. A lot of places, Liam's just mentioned that he's going to do some surface fishing, but a lot of places frown on that now, don't they? They frown on that now. I watched, there's another great channel, and I was having a chat earlier with him, and his name is Ben, and he does Fishing for You, if anyone's seen that channel. Lovely guy from up north. He's got a nice channel. He's got a good way about him. He's a nice guy. I think there's a bit of a theme coming to what I watch. It's like I only watch nice people. So all you people that I watch, consider yourself nice. That's do you know what I mean? So, oh yeah, Seamus, that's a good one. Love TA fishing, 5 o'clock on a Friday. Yeah, I love Graham. He's a smashing guy, isn't he? And a totally awesome fishing. It is a totally awesome fishing show. And he does so many different types of fishing. He does sea fishing, he does carp fishing, roach fishing, river fishing, loads and loads of different types of fishing. Yeah, I like totally awesome fishing as well. It's the start of my weekend, to be honest. Yeah, Liam, I love it when he blames it all on Smith. When he blames it all on Smith at the back. Smith at the back. Yeah, I think that is right, Liam. I think they don't like it because when you pull, people think because it's so far, because obviously you sort of cast quite away, they think they've got to really yank, and it does. It wrecks the fish's mouths. I'll find it, mate. If it's over by Oswald, I'll find it because I used to work over in Shirley Soil. So, Mike, is there loads of crucians in there? So, if I go, what baits do you suggest to take? Is it sort of? Do you reckon I should take if it's crucians? Should I be taking some casters? Maybe. Do they allow? What do they allow there? What are the rules? I'll look the rules up. Don't worry about that, mate. I always look the rules up. Best I want. You stuff it. Strong. Yeah. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. It's all right. I was just saying, when he struck into small fish, it went over the fence. The one I like is the one I liked is. Have you seen the one where he made the boat out of a pallet? That made me laugh. That made me laugh. And you know what? I watched it. I watched it for an absolute age in making this boat out of a pallet. Oh, it was so funny. So funny. Yeah, Seamus, I love the sea fishing one as well. I love the ones where I tell you the one that I found fascinating that Graham did with the totally awesome was I don't know if you saw the one where he was getting his boat ready. I was so jealous that he got that boat. Is that you going to bed, Lib? No, sorry, I just heard a door out. No, and I loved to watch him getting the boat ready. It was amazing. Yeah, he broke the. Yeah, I remember that one. We broke the movie as well. That is so funny, so funny. But yeah, it's Yeah, I do like it. I watched part of the one tonight because I was doing other stuff. I was sort of half watching it. So right, Mike, take your own micro pellets and the usual maggots, corn meat. Yeah, that's what I normally take anyway. Anyway, it's too, but also big carton, good mixed bag as well. Is it a normal commercial? Someone come around and get your money, or do I need to go up to the like the office, the shed, or wherever it is? No, I wouldn't. You wouldn't get any sleep, Liam, because I think you'd just be talking all night. He just seems like a really nice guy to me, and I think he's like any of us really. He started talking about fishing, we'd just be there for ages, absolutely ages. I got to be honest. If it's why I don't think I could go carping. I don't like sitting and just waiting for an alarm to go off anyway. I don't think I'd like that. It's just not my kind of. It's not what I like to do. But I wouldn't sleep. I'd be too excited. I'd be too excited then, and then I'd fall asleep and I'd sleep straight through the alarm like I do here. When I I'd sleep through the alarm at the house. To be honest, so that's what I'd do. But I'm just trying to think: is there any other channels that like we've not discussed that I think are quite good? I mean, obviously the guys that are here who've got channels on, it goes without saying that I watch theirs. I tell you what I don't like sometimes is when I'm sort of waiting for Seamus or Steve's or whatever to come on, and I press the bell icon on virtually everyone that I want to watch and everything, but it don't. You know when it don't, you don't get the sort of the notification that someone's put a video up. I've tried doing a couple of the premiere ones, and I think Seamus came into one and stuff like that. But I think they only work when you've got a lot more subscribers than I've got, and I think then it works. So, Mike, no, post your £5 in the box, and you can get there from 6 a.m. Never buy any perfect place to do it. Interesting. Does anyone remember? We was talking about this the other day. Does anyone remember what it was called? There was two carping lads. They were only youngsters or fairly young fellas, and the one was always asleep, and the other guy set up on his phone the tune of the guy's alarm. So what he'd do is he'd set his phone off, so it'd sound like the alarm on his on his rod was going off, and he'd jump up and try and do it. I can't remember what that was called, but that used to be a cracking show. I used to slip through the alarm. Yeah, I'm thinking, Liam. I'm thinking me aside. I'll have a look. See if I can find out some info. I have to take sandwiches when they ain't got a calf. What's all that about then? What stupid place doesn't have a calf? Fish. The first pool is the best pool, and you can park your car behind you, saying, Mike. Even when it's raining, can you do that? Or even if it's been wet? That's the things people do to other people. It's not very good, is it? It's not very good at all. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week. Trying somewhere different, but we'll just see what happens. See what happens. Guys, we're on 1 hour 45 minutes. We'll give it another 5 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a night. We'll have a see if we can come up with something that we can all think about and have a chat about next week. Andrew, have you seen Robbie's little snippet of a video that he's just put up about the pelican eating eating the carp? That's a cracking little video. It's one he's going to do. I think it's part of a longer video he's doing. So no, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm the same, Andrew, as well. As soon as say I'm fishing and I've got my sandwich or whatever, and as soon as I pick up the coffee, obviously because of fishing a pole, you need both hands really, and as soon as I pick up my coffee and do that, off it goes. Okay. All right, Mike. Interesting. Oh, Liam, you horrible man. I'm never going fishing with you. Liam, I hate ducks as well. Not necessarily for the same reason, like at night. What I hate is, when you're setting a swim up and like you've got your swim in front of you and you've got whatever other swim, and then you're setting up your margin swim, and then you're fishing and you're throwing some corn down, and all of a sudden there's a duck there with his arse in the air, down in the water, picking all the corn off the bottom of the pond. Oh, God, that drives me berserk, that does. Drives me potty. And you do that stupid noise as if the ducks know, as if they're scared of snakes. I do it. Like I'm some demented swan. But it works. They soon waddle off or what's it off. Catapulting sweet corn at him. Oh my God. Oh, that's horrible. That's an horrible thing to do, that is, guys. Yeah, as I say, for next week, guys, I'm gonna have we'll have the wireless weather station. We'll have this set up, and we'll talk a little bit about the weather next week. I'll do a bit of research into whether high pressure or low pressure is supposed to be good for fishing. Whether it is or not, I'm not sure. Also, the phases of the moon as well. That's supposed to have some bearing on fishing because of obviously the lunar pull, the gravity pull of the moon. It's supposed to have something to do with it. I don't know, but we'll have a look. Yeah, I often swear at a duck, and they're off. But there you go. Also, guys, a few things happening this week that I'll tell you about next week, which are pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, it was beautiful. I did see it, Liam. I did. Yeah, it was absolutely crazy. It was partial lunar eclipse, I think. Yeah, Andrew, I've sort of had a quick look this week about air pressures and high pressure, low pressure, and I think I just need to look at it a bit more, to be honest, before I can give any kind of give my opinion, because I'm not sure about it, to be honest. But having said that, I went fishing Wednesday, and the pressure was pretty high. And it just, I don't know whether I think the carp were spawning. I managed to catch a few, but not the amount that I've caught recently. The tench were nowhere to be seen. I caught a few. I didn't have any bream, I don't think, either. There wasn't fishing rods when I was a teenager, mate. It was a stick and a bit of string. Mate, I've got I've got sort of ideas. I've got an ideas book. I'll show you one day. But I've got an ideas book of things that I'm thinking about doing, and one of those ideas is not when I was a teenager, mate, but back in the day. I'm thinking of doing a Peaky Blinders fishing one. And I've got a 1930s rod. And I've got an old Bakelite reel, which is pretty cool, centre pin reel. And I'm thinking of setting that up and seeing what I can get. And maybe even dress up as a Peaky Blinder with a granddad shirt and a waistcoat and stuff. But just anything really to just make it a slightly different fishing video. Because with just basically, I just like to do, just try and do some different stuff that other people aren't doing. It's like I was talking to Steve earlier, and he was saying that it's why I've changed the name of the fishing channel for those of you who have come in a little bit later. So, Andrew, I don't know if you've noticed that I've changed the what's it at the top of the channel now, and I've put fishing magazine show, because it's not what I do isn't a true fishing channel really. It's more fishing entertainment type thing that I'm trying to do. So like there's more fun in it, and there's a little bit of info. I'm thinking of doing the papers once a week, our fishing papers once a week. Just a little 10-minute video, what's in the papers, what's in the magazines, new things that are coming. Thinking about doing new fishing tech and stuff like that. I just think like the Peaky Blinders idea, just to give you a bit of context to this, my granddad actually knew them. My granddad actually knew Tommy Shelby, so they were nothing like the guys that are on the telly. But my granddad was from around there, so he knew them back in the day. So, I quite like the idea of Peaky Blinders we could do. Angler Liam, that'd be funny. If I fish in my birthday suit, they'd obviously jump on the worm. Yeah, that's a good idea, Liam. Just one bait. I can take nothing but one bait. Or, how about this one, Clever Clugs? What if I've got to forage for bait? So I've got to go to a fishery and I've got to forage for bait. So I'll come up behind Mike or you, and if you see a hand come over the back here and just grab a handful of maggots and then disappear back down, that'll be me that well, foraging. But that's good. That's not a bad idea. Make one bait, or maybe do a foraging video. So basically, I'd be looking for bugs, wouldn't I, really? Or berries, bugs or berries. So, there's. I tell you what's a pretty interesting video that I saw. I don't know if any of you know of a guy called John Arthur. He's a brilliant fisherman. I think he recently just won I know he just won £1,000 at one fishing competition or something. But he did a brilliant video, and he used baked beans, normal Heinz baked beans on the hook. And he was fishing in the margin, and I think he had a carp and a tench, and the tench was no small. He lost a couple, and they were big fish, and he managed to get the one in, and it was a lovely fish. But just fishing normally with baked beans, John Arthur, if you saw his fishing videos, because his top kits, most of his top kits have got a white end to them. He's a nice guy as well. I've met him. Met him at the big show, the big one. So, right, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to say ta-ra now, and we'll close it down. But we'll have please come in next week, because I love the idea of just a gentle chat and a good, friendly, nice bunch of people to have a chat to. So, yeah, thank you very much. Thanks, Liam, and I'll see you next week. I am going to try Mia Side as well, I think, this week. I don't know. I need to speak to Spartacus. He's my Spartacus, isn't he? So we'll have a chat. So, cheers, Mike. Thanks for the heads up, and I'll see you all soon next week. This is always hard for me because I press the end stream. See you soon, guys. And then he asked me not yet. Yes, I do. End. Bye.